first time I met you was in front of a fountain in this town. You woke up and immediately ended up fighting with your Keyblade. I watched the whole thing with one of the foretellers. My name is Chirithy. I'm a spirit and you're familiar. Your pursuit of light made you the perfect candidate for a Keyblade wielder. I think you looked a little confused as you listened to my explanation. Boy, that takes me back. After that, you went to all sorts of worlds and collected light with your friends. It was our mission to get rid of darkness, collect light, lux, and save the world. For that purpose, Keyblade wielders were divided into 5 unions, and each union would collect lux. The leaders of the 5 unions were the foretellers. We went to a lot of worlds together, huh? And we met and helped all kinds of people in those worlds. But the atmosphere in Daybreak Town was changing, little by little. And Keyblade wielders consumed by darkness began to appear. Every single Chirithy is linked to a Keyblade wielder. And I knew the version of me disappeared in front of me. Back then, you had a dream, right? In the dream, the 5 foretellers had gathered. You met Ephemer the day after having that dream. He told you something.
The worlds we visit, the worlds of fairy tales, are nothing more than holograms. You know, projections. The light we collect there is actually this world's light.
You tilted your head to the side, confused at what Ephemer said. That was only natural. Even I didn't understand what he was talking about. But it's true that I had a slight inkling of it, because I knew you'd had that dream.
I'm gathering information, trying to figure out how the whole thing works. My hunch is that the Book of Prophecies held by the foretellers is what's creating these holograms.
After thinking a little, you told Ephemer about your dream of the foretellers.
Let's head to the place you saw in your dream.
After the 2 of you left, another me appeared in front of me. I spoke to me. You're not the same color you were before. The other me was dyed a darker color. For some reason, it filled me with uneasiness. In the end, you 2 weren't able to get to the foretellers.
We know how to get in now. Let's save the rest for another day. We may not be in the same union, but we're friends, right? Let's meet tomorrow at Fountain Square. How about noon?
That night, you were all smiles as you sat on your bed, and you told me about Ephemer. Since you looked happy, it made me happy too. You made a new friend? That's great! No wonder you're smiling. I hear having friends is nice, but I wouldn't know because I don't have any. When I said that, you looked a little distressed, and then you pointed at yourself. Huh? You? You nodded. I felt a little shy. I never thought a familiar like me could make friends with anyone. You're my friend? It made me happy that you thought of me as a friend. The next day, you waited and waited, but Ephemer never came to Fountain Square. You looked really sad. A friend always keeps their promise. Maybe he had an emergency. You should give him the benefit of the doubt. Despite me telling you this, you didn't seem to cheer up at all. Don't be sad. When you're sad, it makes me sad too. After all, we're friends, right? I stretched my hand out and took yours, and then you hugged me tight. But the atmosphere in town kept getting worse. Lots of things happened around you. And then you met Scold, a friend of Ephemer's just like you. It's not a competition, or at least it shouldn't be. Our goal of protecting the light is the same. There's no need for us to fight. As you and Scold searched for Ephemer, you learned about a plan to send Keyblade wielders to a new world. The group made up of these Keyblade wielders, called Dandelions, was created by Master Ava. The purpose of this plan was to survive the end of the world. But you chose not to join the Dandelions. Yes, Yes, that's the kind of person you were. I know that. And then, the end of the world, the Keyblade War, began. You battled the foretellers and collapsed. Before long, Ephemer and Scold came to you.
Let's go.
Ephemer held out his hand to you as you lay on the ground. Your world was engulfed in light. And you fell asleep. When you wake up, what kind of world you'll be in is up to you.